and welcome to Impact Church live stream this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Madeline just, checked.
Pastor
Are you
Cheryl's
on Facebook?
slow on the draw. No, I'm on
slow
YouTube.
on the draw. Oh, well. I'll get to Facebook eventually.
There's a Western film, isn't it? Is it The Good, the Bad, the Ugly? And they all draw and they're all looking at each other.
Yeah.
3 ways.
It used to be an action movie, but now in the 21st
like a Western?
century. Yeah, it's a Western with Clint Eastwood, and it should be called the movie of the longest stairs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it just goes on and on and on.
Back and forth to stairs. It's crazy. Okay.
I think our attention span, too, is probably shortened a little bit. So
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you have...
I'm getting it.
Okay, well, anyways, the pre-show this morning, we've got lots of fun things planned today, so you're not going to want to miss it.
No.
We've got giveaways that are going to be happening.
Giveaways.
Giveaways.
Wow.
We're going to be talking about our new series we're going through. We've got 10 days of prayer, and we're going to be doing giveaways all throughout this morning, so you'll want to stay tuned.
Yeah, I think I got it now. I
Okay,
see
good.
Timothy Olmsted is watching. All right.
Oh, good.
So
The
if you're
beautiful
looking at my
twins.
glasses and wondering what they are, I forgot both my pairs of glasses at home and had to. Kathy Milne brought in a whole bunch of dollar store glasses a long time ago, and I had to fish through them and find one that I could wear.
Yeah, right in the office there, we've got like a bowl of random glasses, and so
Yeah.
you just picked. Did you find one that was exactly or no?
Well, not exactly, but it'll work for today.
Oh, that's great. Okay, I've got a question for you, Pastor
right.
Cheryl. Anyone
Yes.
online? Other than the Bible, if you could recommend one book for people to read in their lifetime, what book would that be?
I would actually. I have 3 books.
3.
Yeah,
I love how
well,
she-
Okay, we'll just do 2. I would
Okay, okay.
encourage everybody to read the book by Gregory Boyd called "Is God to Blame?"
Okay.
And so it answers all the difficult questions about the evil in the world and why sickness happens to good
Yeah.
people. It's a really good argument.
Huh.
And I would recommend that everyone who's been a Christian for a long time, they need to read the Gospel Intent.
The Gospel Intent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we've done small groups, I think, for both of those books, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah. Is God to blame? And you did that one, right?
Yeah, I
think?
did.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
that's
reread
great.
it over and over, and then I loan it to people and said, it's so worn out that I need to get a new one because it's coming unglued everywhere.
This book makes it back to you, though?
Yes, sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you give books out and people you never see them again.
Well, I tell people when I give it to them, you've got to give this back to me because I've got notes in there that are important to me
Right.
and highlights that I want to refresh and revisit again at some point in time.
Right.
So there you go. Oh, there's Sharon Bruder. Good morning, Sharon. Okay,
Oh,
I'm on
Sharon.
Facebook and I'm live now.
Yeah, good. I've got Lori Nicholson on YouTube. Pardon me? Miss Sharon Bruder's in her new house.
Oh, well, welcome to your new home. Trust all the unpacking is going well.
Yeah. How many times have you moved in your life?
Too many times. But I am the packing and unpacking queen. Like when we
I
move
believe
into a
that,
house, I
actually.
set up the beds and tell everybody go to bed. And by the morning, the kitchen.
You're
and
like
everything-
the elves that are working all through the night.
I work all through the night because I need to be able to get up in the morning, find my coffee machine, and brew a good cup of coffee.
That's like
So
you've
my
told
kitchen
me.
is set up.
Yeah. About packing, you'll go on a long trip. You'll come home. You'll have to do all the laundry.
Yeah, right away.
You can't just leave.
I really love when I go on a holiday and we're in a place where there's a washer and dryer there because then I can do all my washing before I come home and then all I have to do is unpack.
Oh, that's
All right,
so fun.
so what's happening in the show today, Madeline?
We've got a lot of fun stuff planned,
A
so
lot of
you're going to
stuff.
want to stay tuned. Actually, if you're watching now, if you want to you want to share it. That's a big deal. If you want to share it, because we're doing giveaways this morning.
Yep.
We're going to be talking. I think we're in week 2 of our sermon series Move, which you can kind of see maps behind us. But
Yeah.
and then 10 days of prayer. We're right in the middle of it. I think we're on day 6 today.
Yeah.
And then we got a bunch of other fun announcements. So you're going to want to share it and then keep watching.
Mm-hmm. And then the other thing we're doing today is we're having communion today. So if you're joining us for the first time online or you're new to Impact Church online, we do communion the first Sunday of every month. And so we encourage you to get, your juice, your bread, your wine, your bread, whatever you do for communion ready now, because during the service we'll do communion. And if you're interested in getting one of our fancy little communion packages that we do
They are
for the
fancy,
next
actually.
time, just come and let us know and we'll have a couple ready for you because they are kind of handy. anyways, so.
Note on the giving, the email has changed to giving at Impact London. It's no longer Cheryl at Impact London, so giving at Impact London for e-transfers.
And it's a real simple fix in your bank account. You just go and change the email from cheryl@apostolic.ca to giving at impactlondon.ca.
And it's the same password.
It's the same password, yeah.
If you are a newer guest, if someone has shared this post, or you just had stumbled upon us, Impact Church is live. We've created a virtual guest card for you, and we would super love to connect with you either online, right on the front page of our website, but also if you're looking to come in-house, we have guest packs for you ready to go, and we want to send you,
as Carl calls them, the Gucci bags.
The Gucci bags.
Lots of people talk about evangelism, and so I think, this is a great opportunity for evangelism when we do church online, because you can like and share and encourage people to come to the website, come to the live stream.
Yeah.
And it's a really easy peasy means of evangelism. Just like and share, and you can invite your friends to come and see what God's doing in the house.
Yeah, Pastor Carl mentioned that. It's like modern day evangelism. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's true. You literally have access to everyone who follows you on Facebook or however, whatever media platform. You click the share button and it hits like hundreds of people, right?
And I like our message. I like what we have to do. I love our worship. I love our pre-service. I think we got a good word, and it's a great way to invite people to come and see what's happening at Impact Church and what God's doing in the house.
Yeah, and they don't even have to leave their homes.
They don't even have to leave their house. They can stay in their pajamas and sip their coffee.
That's right.
So good morning to the Ludwig family. Good morning, Perry. Continue to pray for you and the family. Good morning to, I thought I saw Emma Berkeley online too. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to Impact Church. All right,
I just wanted to do a little highlight. Last week we had the back to school bash, which was usually we run a kids camp, but because of COVID, we kind of ran a power-packed hour and a half event for the kids just to celebrate them going back to school and really bless them. Yeah. And so we actually had over 30 kids last Sunday who were in and out between noon and 1:30. And we filled their tummies, we gave them school supplies, and we had more volunteers than anticipated.
Yeah,
which is really great. And Nico has actually put one of our summer students, a video together of that back to school bash. And you're not going to want to miss it at 2:00 today.
2:00 today.
Usually the kids' lessons are released at 2, but it's going to be a really kind of video that's going to bless you just in going back to school for the fall.
And so I just want to say thank you to Nico, who's part of our summer staff and one of our summer students this year. And he was a really great team player, did a lot for us on media and helped us boost up our media thing and some of our graphics. So we are so thankful for Nico and his great attitude while he had to work with this loud, rowdy bunch of people.
Okay, if you're online, we've got our first giveaway. So I want you to get your typing fingers ready on Facebook, and I'm watching on YouTube.
Who's tracking this for us?
We're watching on our comments.
Okay.
So, this is our first giveaway here. It's a kind of like a chapter book for kids called The Big House by Paul Ellis. Paul Ellis actually writes the gospel in 10 words, right? Which you love so much. So,
and doesn't he write the chocolate gospel as well? He uses a whole bunch of different kinds of chocolate bars and tells you the gospel story with chocolate bars. Anyways, go on. Sorry.
So if you are a kiddie or you're a parent and would like to kind of see if you can grab this for your kids, we want to know if you can be the first to tell us what your favorite book is that you have had to read in school.
So we're asking the kids to tell us.
We're asking the kids to tell us what's your favorite book that you've read in school.
Mm-hmm. So we have to watch online. Okay, I got to watch and you got to watch. Or just me watching?
Well, so I'm watching on YouTube.
Yeah. So we're watching for the first response on Facebook and YouTube, the first book you read at school that you really liked or something.
Favorite book. We actually have some kids in the crowd.
Yeah.
What do you guys have favorite books that you've read in school? Yeah? Shout it out.
That's not a very loud shout. You need to shout louder.
Dr. Seuss. He's a classic. He's a classic.
Are you going to give it to her then?
I mean, I can. Did you get anybody online?
Lauren Weedle, Where's Waldo? LOL. Ludovic Les Elves.
We have a couple. We can. We'll get you one, and then some of our friends online one.
Yeah, so. I think Ludovic for Josette. It was Les Elves.
It's probably a French book, right?
All right. So we'll make sure that we give those to you. The Big House.
The Big House.
By Paul Ellis. That's really, really great. Okay, Sunday church services. For the past 4 weeks, we've hit new numbers. Last week, we had 103 people in the house. So that was really, really exciting. People are getting courageous again and bold enough to come out to church. So that's really good. And actually, we do a good job at church. We're very particular about our process and protocols to welcome people, invite people. We've got the chairs spaced out. We've got our little space where the public can't come. And on the stage, if you're noticing people when you're watching online, they are positioned 6 feet apart. And they don't wear their masks on stage, but as soon as they do leave, they do. And that's not a public space, and they stay in a public space.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Very good. So if you want to find us, you can go to Facebook or go to our impactlondon.ca.
Yeah, you can RSVP online. And if you're watching, you're like, hey, I still have like 20 minutes to get to church. I don't know. Numbers keep climbing. Might not be room. There's tons of room. We're telling you there's tons of room. So come on in. If we have an overflow room, if you feel comfortable and safe to do so, we would love to have you, and we have more than enough room for you.
Yeah, and we have the chairs spaced out in the overflow room. Everything that's happening here happens in there. And so let's say you bring your children and they've just had enough and just want a little place to run around and scream and yell, then that's a good space if you want to feel comfortable. But, we're really looking forward to starting up 2 services. So it's time to get back to church, y'all.
It is time to get back to church. So, okay, we're going to do a giveaway, another giveaway. This book here, When Heaven Invades Earth by Bill Johnson.
Yeah.
That
was a great book. I read it many, many years ago, but that looks like a new cover.
It does, and this is actually the expanded edition with a 40-day devotional. Whoa. So if you're online, I want you to tell us, we're in week 2 of our new series, Move. If you can tell us what our last series was.
The last series that we did. So this one, we're in Move, and we're going through the book Gospel of Mark because it talks about the urgency and immediacy of Jesus' gospel. So what was the title of our last sermon series? We're watching online to see who responds first.
Yeah. Last sermon series. It was good. It was like 11 weeks long.
Yeah,
I think
it was
that
really
one
good.
last.
Yeah, it was so great, to talk about. Oh, I almost gave it away.
Oh my goodness. Anybody online?
Nothing yet. Okay, what was our last sermon series? If you want to get this book by Bill Johnson, Heaven Invading Earth.
We'll continue to just chat and keep an eye out. But
yeah.
Look at that. Terry Dewan.
What was it?
It was the kingdom, the new normal.
That's right. And so now I can say what I was going to say.
Yeah, say.
I love that we talked about the kingdom, and then we're going right into the Gospel of Mark and how he talks about the good news is the kingdom of God has come. So it's really, really good. So Terry,
we'll get that out to you.
Yeah, very good. Okay.
We've got, so we're just going to talk about one of our congregates, Delphine. He's been kind of on the worship team and stuff, but he is finishing up his time here, and he's looking at, as soon as it's safe to travel again, go back home. But he actually has sent in a little video that we just want to play, and how Impact has blessed him.
Yeah.
Good morning, Impact Church. This is Delphine. I hope that everybody is doing well. Today, I just wanted to say a little bit about my experience at the church so far. It's been great. It's been awesome to be part of such an amazing family, such a loving family. And love is the one thing that has had a huge impact in my life. And this is from my very first day, from the very first day that I got into the church. I just felt loved, and I just felt like this is home. And not only love, everything that I have been learning at the church, all the series, Pastor Carl's teaching, Zach's wisdom. Every time I speak to Zach, there is a word of wisdom that I can just apply in my life and makes me grow in the knowledge of God, and so many other people. Everybody, I could name so many people that had a huge impact in my life. The worship people at the worship team, Lori, Michael, and the young adults. So it's been a great experience. It's just all to say that it's been a great experience to be part of this family, and I'm truly grateful for having been accepted. I'm truly grateful for having been, just taken, from my very first day, and it's been great. It's been great. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I hope to see you guys at church. And thank you. Keep me in your prayers. I love you guys. Thank you.
Wow, I love that video.
Isn't
That's
that
so
great?
I'm so happy, and it's so encouraging as a pastor to hear that the first thing he experienced was love.
Yeah, that's
so that's really, really important.
Yeah.
And I think everybody, when they come to Impact Church, should experience the unconditional love of God.
Come
and
on.
actually, feel it, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Delphine also, he got plugged into like volunteering, small groups.
Yeah.
And that is a big part of church,
Yeah.
feeling love and connected.
Yeah. And we don't make you wait hundreds of years to get involved at Impact Church. If you're a live body breathing and you want to make this your home, we got a place for you. We got something for you to do and a place for you to serve and become a part of the Impact family.
If you're interested in volunteering, actually in our weekly emails, there are some slots, kind of some opening volunteer positions that you could just email the church and say, hey, I'm here, I can be here a little bit earlier on Sunday and I'd love to serve.
Yeah.
So we'd love to get you plugged in.
Serving is the best way to get to know people and get involved.
Yes.
You get to work on teams with people, and sometimes, especially during COVID, sometimes it's very difficult to make connections.
Yeah.
But volunteering and serving is probably the best way you can connect with people and build relationships.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. So we got another video?
We have another. Oh, yes. We have no breaking news today. I think it might be Josette's 9th birthday today.
Wow.
Which Ludovic had just typed in the comments. So happy birthday, Josette. Tell me, do you have any birthday plans? I got to know.
And then the other thing, I think Mr. Zimmer's 60th birthday is sometime this week too.
Oh,
so
yay. Oh, that's a big one.
It's a big one.
I hope he's celebrating big. But we do. We've got a little video we want to play.
Very good.
Hi there. We've been reading through the book of Mark, and I found a verse that I just loved in Mark chapter 2, verse 15. It says this: "That's how Jesus came to be sitting at home with lots of tax collectors and sinners. There they were, plenty of them, sitting with Jesus and his disciples. They had become his followers." That's one of our impact verbs and something that we value. It's the word follow. You see, Jesus accepts us just as we are. There's no conditions, there's no qualifications. You don't have to say, I'm going to change, I'm going to start this Living a Better Life program. He just invites us to simply follow. And the good news is you don't have to understand it all. You don't have to change your whole entire life. You just have to change your mind. You have to change your mind about God and his love for you. So simply respond to his call to follow. And as you follow, you'll discover that he talks to you, that he'll lead you and guide you. You're going to discover that he has gifts and skills that he wants to give you, and you're going to find that his love is going to be the source of all that you do. So I'm going to invite you right now to say yes to his invitation to follow.
Wow, I love that.
So
Kelly
good.
always looks like a teacher when she's saying
She is. She's a good teacher.
I love that whole idea of following. There was no qualifications. There was just an invitation. And all you have to do is, change your mind and say, I'm going to follow this way.
Yeah, when he was walking, he's gathering his disciples, he just said, come. Follow me. Come, just whatever you drop it and come follow.
Yeah.
It wasn't a list of requirements.
So if you're watching online today and you hear a little bit of rumbling in the background, that's an exciting rumbling because we got people joining us live in the service. I think we got some first-time guests and some of our regulars. So welcome to everybody who's coming in the doors and welcome to everybody online.
Yeah, we got a bunch of rooms. So if you're thinking, I don't know if there's going to be enough room, if you feel comfortable, we have an overflow room set up. So you're welcome to come.
Yeah.
We're gonna skip the video of 10 days of prayer, but why don't we do you want to just talk about, we're on day 6, 10
we're
days
on
of
day
prayer.
6 of prayer. You just go to our impactlondon.ca.
Yep.
And you can click on the prayer and comment. There's usually a little short video about prayer, usually some notes that accompany it, and then there's room for you to comment and pray and join with us in prayer. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so you know what? We've got another giveaway here. Draw the Circle, which is a 40-day prayer challenge, because we're talking about our 10 days of prayer. We're on day 6. If you want to go to our page right now under teachings. You'll find days of prayer. You want to, read it and then be the first to comment. So I'm watching the time at 9:49. The next person to comment on our 10 days of prayer, we'll send you this book here, 40-Day Prayer Challenge.
Wow, you're so organized, Madeline.
Yeah.
And not that you should just pray for 40 days.
No,
Paul said he prays without ceasing.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's not just a challenge to pray 40 days. You need to be in conversation with God every single day. Amen?
Amen. That's good.
All right. Impact small groups. What's happening? Oh, I have a few new people on. I got a few new people on Facebook. You know what? I just found out this week in one of our staff meetings that I cut Madeline off all the time. And she'll be starting something and then I'll just jump in. And it's like, I didn't realize it was like, so hurtful.
No, it is not. I love it because you're very focused. And so if there's a task, I know that you will get that task done.
Okay, I just want to say hello to Amanda Millick and Brenda Smith and Lauren and Isaiah Gibson and the Ludovic family. Well, actually, it's the Musendeka family. Yeah. So we got some small groups coming up. Not this week, though, right?
No, not this week. Small groups are on pause for one more week. This week on Wednesday at 7 p.m., if you're on the leadership team, we will be having a leadership meeting and it'll be half and half. So we'll be in the building at 7, but there will also be a Zoom code. You can email us for the Zoom code if you want to tune in from home.
Yeah. And so leadership for us is our deacons, our elders, worship leaders, things like that. And so we just want to kind of encourage you of how, ways to get engaged with people either online or in person. And so the other thing is we did not put a pause on our Zooming in on the 21st Century small group.
Or prayer on Friday morning.
Yeah. And so this Tuesday we have our small group Zooming in on the 21st Century Woman. It's at 7:30 on Tuesday evening. If you haven't joined us yet, no big deal. You can join us now.
Yeah.
And so all the links for the curriculum are online and in the email that Zach sends out.
Yeah. And here's this little tutorial video. But if you want to know how to sign up for groups, you just go to our website. Under the Connect bar, you'll find small groups. And look, these are all the options that we have here. And we actually have a couple of different newer ones. One of them will be Pastor Carl's Breakfast is back on. So that's going to be...
is that BYOB? Bring your own breakfast.
Thursdays at 7 a.m. You meet here. The doors will be open. Pastor Carl, and then you guys get to meet together. But the other one, you actually have the book for it. This is another new one. But it'll be happening Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. And it's AD 70.
It's written by Paul Ellis. Really, really great book. It talks about what happened to Jerusalem during the Roman Empire right around AD 70. And so it really explains a lot of those scriptures. You get messed up about, the end coming and all of that kind of stuff. Actually, it's a very moving book when you start to read this and discover what happened to Jerusalem during the Roman Empire attacking Jerusalem. It's just devastating to read, actually.
Yeah, I just want to read. I think this is on the back of the book, but AD 70 offers an alternative gospel-based perspective of the last days. Based on an in-depth study of Scripture and the forgotten lessons of history, he reveals the astonishing good news hidden within Christ's parables and prophecies of judgment.
Yeah, and I love this line. This book is your antidote to pessimistic prophecy. Yeah, I love that. So you'll want to join that group on Wednesday nights with Pastor Carl and Kelly. And then as you saw online, they provide a tutorial on how to sign up for all of our groups and everything. And just go to Impact website and they're all there. They're all listed. You just click join.
Yeah. And if you're wondering, with COVID, how does it work? So it'll say some of them are a hybrid, half Zoom, half in person. And then some of them are full in person or full Zoom.
Yeah.
But you can, when you sign up, you'll receive an email with that Zoom code. And then closer to the start of the home group date or small group, you'll get the in-depth instructions of what your group will look like.
And so we'll be careful to do the spacing and everything in here as well as if we do in-face and in-house. All right. What else is going on? Impact Leadership Meeting. We talked about that. Who do you have online on YouTube?
Brenda Smith, Lori Nicholson, Deb and Terry Dewan, and then I got 14 viewers, but I'm unable to see who's watching.
I have 11 as well. Okay, Impact Kids Ministry. Tell me about that.
So school's starting back up. Some of you guys are doing homeschool. Some of you guys are sending them back. But last week we had our back to school bash, which was a big success. And we served over 30 kids, which is a very big deal. And then usually Sundays at 2 p.m., our kids lesson is released. But this Sunday at 2, one of our summer students, Nico, who's kind of a media guy, has put together a review of last week. He was filming the whole time. And then Kelly has also included some powerful prayers just to bless the kids as they start the September time.
Yeah.
But we will no longer be doing our Tuesday live events.
Because the children will be in school.
Because the children will be in school or the story times.
And if you are bringing your kids, we encourage you to sign up online. We try and make sure that we have chairs spaced out where a family can sit. And at the family chairs, there's like today, there's a little maze laid out with tape.
That's right, yeah.
So we always have activity bags for the children as well. And then we also have an overflow room if your children need a little bit more space and a little bit more space to kind of talk out loud.
Yeah.
And so our overflow room is just next door to your right. To my right, and then to another
Which
right.
way is that?
And there's a big screen TV there, and everything that's happening in here will be happening there. It just gives families an alternative if the children just can't, take it anymore.
Yeah.
If Pastor Carl preaches so long, not.
He's got so much wisdom to share. That's what it is.
Actually,
He's so
I can't believe how Pastor Carl has condensed his sermons over the last little while. Doing a good job, baby.
Well, we got a clock up there, so maybe that's been helping.
Yeah, I don't know if he can see the clock.
Yeah, you can see. You can see the clock.
So I'm looking out through the front doors and I can see people coming in and lining up and some new faces for the first time. And so that really makes me really excited.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it's really, really fun.
So we are, if you're a first-time guest, or let me start if you're at home or you're in-house, you want to like, share, and subscribe. Pastor Carl was talking about how even sharing a post is like modern-day evangelism. You click one button and it spits it out to all of, the followers on Facebook or however on whatever social media platform.
Yeah.
And so you want to do that. And then if you're watching and you're actually a first-time guest online, we've created a Connect card for you on the front page of our website. You can fill it out. It's that top one there. And then we love to connect with you in the week or send you a little gift in the mail.
Yeah.
One more. If you're in person and you're a new guest, we have fun little goodie bags for you. And in there is a guest card.
Yeah.
So you want to fill it out and then put it in the bucket at the back on your way out.
Yeah, very good. And so Amanda Millick was just saying online that the kids' activity bags are really, really great.
That's awesome. Yeah, Kenisha, one of our summer students, has been putting that together, which has been very thoughtful. And she is actually, sorry, Kenisha, I'm going to brag on you. She actually is going to school for ECE, which is early childhood education.
Yeah.
So we've got the best person on this job getting fun for your kids every week.
Yeah. And so tell us about the All Access button. Don't we have someone else helping us, a brand new person helping us with our All Access?
Speaking of volunteers, we've got some new volunteers happening this week, but Jeremy Wright, who got baptized a couple of weeks ago, he's our new online All Access guy.
Yeah.
And so after service, if you're watching online, we have virtual lobby and virtual prayer because we want to make sure that everyone is feeling included, engaged,
connected.
And if you're unable to come in person, we want to make sure that if you need prayer, it's there for you.
Yeah.
So you might see a new face if you're online today, kind of spitting you into your different breakout rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it's really great. And so speaking of prayer, even in-house, we want to make sure that people feel that they can be ministered to. And we do have prayer for people after service. And so we have the little yellow lines tagged out because nobody wants to touch anybody. Well, actually, we do want to touch people. We can't wait to hug people and everything else. But we do have a method for praying for people if you're in-house because we want to make sure that your needs are being ministered to.
Yeah, I think it's time. It's 9:58. We're going to do a 2-minute countdown, but week 2 of our series called Move. It's going to be a really great morning.
Week 3.
Week 3?
Is it week 2 or week 3?
It's week 2.
Oh my gosh.
It's week 2. So if you guys want to join us in 2 minutes and we're going to get worshiping.
Yep, very good. Ciao, everybody.
Ciao.